Okay, so this is a big update on this 55-gallon filterless low-tech shrimp breeding tank. It's come a long way. It's been like over a year, I think, since I actually started it. Started as a Paratia australiensis tank, so that was a native shrimp, but they actually didn't do too great for me because I got them from too much of a saltwater area, I think. I think the babies didn't do so well. Anyway, started as a native Australian shrimp tank, and it is now a full-on overpopulated, well, not overpopulated, but highly populated neocaridina mixed skittle tank, they call it, with all the different colors. So yeah, let's go through some footage, and we'll see how it started, and we'll see where it's at now. Okay, quick reminder of how it used to look. This is it in the very beginning. You can see the fishbowl there. That's in another tank now. There was no val right at the start, and then it's gone through some stages. I've added some val, which is the long grass for anyone who doesn't know. And you can see that's how it used to look in the start. And here is it now. Here's a little bit of the footage of it now. So the val really took over in this tank. It's done really, really well though, so all my plants have done really well in the natural sunlight. I've taken some fish out, I've put some new shrimp in, I'll talk about that in a minute. Here we are, people, here's the good footage. So here you can see how the population has just absolutely exploded in this tank. I added, I'm not kidding, 2 yellows, 3 reds, and I think a blue and like 1 chocolate. I've added like less than 10 shrimp into here, and I'd estimate the population to be about 100 or 200, but with highly variable genetics. And I started with some nice high quality shrimp, so you can see there's quite a few clear ones, but the colors in this tank have actually held a lot stronger than I thought they would. You can see I got some nice yellows there. They're not amazing quality, no one would, go crazy over them, but they're really quite nice for a Skittles tank. They've really maintained quite a bit of quality, and I love looking at them. They're so fun. This is my favorite tank in the house, probably. It's just incredible. And I'm gonna, over time, I'll be adding lots of different high quality culls from my different tanks that I've got. I've got a crimson rose line, and probably a blue dreams, and maybe a carbon Riley or something starting soon. You can see it's mostly reds and mostly yellows, but there's also a bit of blue and chocolate and carbon in this tank, a few different types of genetics. How did I do this? So this is just, you can see right there, an air stone and a heater. That's the only 2 things that I use technology-wise to keep this tank running. You can see the shrimp nibbling away at their little air stone. And the reason I only use those 2 things is because it's way cheaper, much cheaper, and it's very easy for me because of this. You can see these are the windows, this is the room that it's in, my lovely pothos. So you can see how much natural light it's got. It's actually not a lot. This is a southern facing window, so it's actually quite good if you think about it. You can see here, I'm facing south right now, and here where I am in Melbourne, in the southern hemisphere, the sun is usually over there, because we're in the southern hemisphere. And as you can see in Melbourne, where I am, it's raining and windy and cloudy right now. It's pretty low light, that tank. Fairly low light. Don't want to film my neighbors there, whoa. But despite that low light, you might be able to see that my plants, and therefore my fish tanks, do amazingly even in this light. Look at my beautiful, beautiful pothos. So, with enough light and enough plants, you can see I put a mirror back there. Bounces the light back, huh? Quick thinking. A little bit bushier, that valve right there. But yeah, all you need if you got this amount of sunlight, which is not a lot, it's the lowest, this is the least sunlight I could get in any direction, any south, west, north. The southern is the worst direction to get sunlight in, and this is a southern facing window. And yeah, this gets plenty enough light, so all it needs is the air stone and the heater, which it actually doesn't need. I do plenty of tanks with no tech. I've done some videos about that, but they do help with breeding. So yeah, as you can see, successful breeding colony of neocaridina using only an air stone and a heater, not a filter, not artificial lighting, not any of that fancy nonsense that you don't need. So yeah. Okay, here we see the wonderful Princess Ragamuffin, my lovely cat. She's just drinking some shrimp poop there, as she does. Nature, it's so beautiful. She's so far too dumb to figure out how to eat any shrimp or fish, which is very good for me. But yeah, in conclusion, this tank has been just an incredible success for something that was so cheap and something that I see very rarely in the fish tank and the shrimp tank community, which is low tech shrimp tanks, low tech shrimp breeding, much cheaper. I don't know why breeders don't use natural sunlight. They don't try any sort of new approaches like this, because it's been just a really incredible success for me. You can see how the val leaves form this lovely canopy over the tank there. I love this tank. Alright, so thank you for watching, and if you have any questions about this tank or about shrimp breeding or about anything, leave them in the comments and I will get back to you as soon as I see it.